small little gap downs or flat opens till that resolves itself here. You're at 91 stochastics on this bad boy, so you're just a little bit extended. That's normal. Guys, we're going to be slow, right, for the next 10 days or so because earnings season starts up. Usually Alcoa kicks off earnings, right? So AA is your ticker. 4-17, that's usually like the kickoff for earnings season. So up until that point, expect, choppiness. Expect us to be sitting around in the chat room talk about Brad's lame wings that he's been stuffing himself to celebrate his 45th birthday. But otherwise, what else are we going to do, right? Let's talk a little bit about some of these gappers. This NBIV looks okay. I'd give it a C because it's just kind of gapping into like the supply zone here. Unless it can clear like 6 and really start to hold, then I'm not really that interested in this type of name. The one thing to remember, like even if a stock has good news out, if it's just going to sit there and open inside range, or if it's going to open under resistance points, then, you're just not going to have the heat that you need on it. So just kind of be mindful of those things when you're looking at, like that kind of clean play. CHRS looks a little bit better here. This is a biotech stock. You've got news out in this morning. It's only got 46 million share float, so definitely, it definitely can move. Usually on these type of gappers too, on this price range, biotechs are always the better ones on that. So you do got some room to go, maybe up until 21 before you get resistance. I wouldn't give this an A+ type of news play though, because number one, like the best news plays we've been seeing do what, 1 million shares plus in volume pre-market. They're usually like breaking out of a big like resistance zone, right? So they're breaking out the all-time highs or a yearly high, some type of like just sweet push. This is kind of more of like a mid-pump, like where it's a breakout of like it's a year range, and so you might flow into that next supply zone, but it's definitely not like something that's just so epic. BPT, this one's got this one's already starting to get shredded pre-market. The issue is that oil stocks suck to trade. So I'm kind of a B- on that. And then Boeing's got some news out that they lost some orders or something like that. So you may come out of this wedge over here. And if you can stay under these 2 MAs, you may have some room to float down into kind of that 360 spot. The issue with this one is this is a range trade, right? You're not like really breaking out or breaking down. You're kind of you're a tweener, right? And when you're a tweener, you're playing in between the range, and that becomes a lot more difficult because when you're like doing your intraday chart and you're looking at your intraday charts and you're trading, you get so focused in on what's happening minute by minute. Oftentimes it's easy to forget where the bigger range plays and the bigger levels are, and that's how it can screw up some of your day trades. So, you have to mark them or mentally note them, where everything is when you're trading. That way you don't necessarily mess them up. Corey, what's up, baby? Hey, it's good to see you. Damn. Hey, Shelton, how you doing? Sherlyn, how you doing? Lambert, what's up, baby? Danny, how you doing? Cool. Well, let's talk about the main watch list. The gappers are light. I would give these all B's and C's. There's no hot mama out there on them today. Gush. I like this Gush for a potential range break. You have 11 million shares in volume, so it's liquid. It's got range. That's what I want. I want range and liquidity when I'm trading. If I can get range, I can get liquidity, then I can make money. But if I don't have those things, then it's much harder to get where you got to go. Watch this Labu. If it can kind of break and hold this 67 here, you're going to get a quick run to 70 really, really quickly. This thing's been coiled up now since, the beginning of March. We're beginning of April, so 1 month. Hey, YouTuber, what's up, baby? So you got 1 month consolidation. This thing looks ready to go. This mRNA has got some hot heat. The issue is now it's already had 3 updates, so you're on day 4. If you're on a day 4 of a move, you can only hit it if it dips big. So if you see like any kind of flush out at the open today, right, there was definitely a buyer just hanging out in this bad boy all day. If you see any type of flush out in this at the open, watch and start to see like if it starts to hold some support levels. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing just really quickly kind of dump back into the 24.50, 25 range at some point, the next day or two. And then if you see it hold, now, right, Now you're going to be able to come in and have yourself a nice, a nice catch on this. So just watch that 24, 25, level. I think that's going to be, if I get a dip around there, then I'm taking this bad boy. I'm taking this bad boy to town. But if it like opens up strong, because you've already had 3 days of upside, you're on day 4. If it opens strong, I can't long it, right? You can't chase strength on day 4s or even day 3s, only on days 1s and 2s. DLTAs, this one looks actually pretty good. If this thing gets jammed up into close to 1850, 19 today, I'll watch this one for a potential reshort on the green to red. This type of play has been happening a lot. Think about RH last week. Remember, guys, RH last week? Right, the day after the earnings, this is kind of what you're looking for. So it trended all earnings day, right? You see that? And then right at the open, like you get like a quick spike at the open, and it just gets faded off. It dropped 5 points in like a handful of minutes because like that kind of strength, especially in the first couple ticks, they usually get faded off. So if I see this type of move in DLTH today, we'll take that short and not even think twice about it. Play it down, back into the range, into the 17s. Darn! This one, it ran out of liquidity, so we'll have to be really careful on this one today. It did 2 million shares in volume, but it all came into this first push, and then it just died out. Watch this one though, because the chart pattern is hot. It's a biotech. You have a really tight coiled pattern. It's more a matter of, is there liquidity? Does the volume actually flow into this thing? Is it organic? Or, was it just kind of a one-trick pony where, somebody alerted in some chat room, it ran for, a half second and then, right, it just died out. We need to see that organic order flow coming into these type of names. That's when we can trade them and really have some fun. The ZYNE still is crushing. You can't chase this thing on strength either, but watch this one. If you start to see like a flush and say you get a big pullback to $8 or something at the open, then that's when, you can start looking at kind of relonging this thing, because every single dip on this is getting scooped up. And if we need some shorts, this a lot of these software stocks are just kind of bear flagging right now. So if we need some shorts, keep ZS, keep Twilio, Roku, some of these on your names in case the market rolls, we can take them short. Otherwise, everything else is just static. I appreciate everybody coming into the webinar yesterday. That was fun. Always fun to have a little pizza party on a Sunday. So I do appreciate it. I think I'll have the recording out, emailed to you guys, in no time. So don't, it'll be out there. I know everybody was messaging me about it. Cool. What else? What are you guys watching? CVM, huh? Let me check. I had that originally on my list, and I kind of took it off. But I'm trying to stay away from these little small guys if I can. Yeah, this one is hot. You can't chase it up because it's already, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's out greens like 6 out of 7 days. So don't chase it on strength. You'll have to wait for some type of intraday dip and see if the trend holds, see if the VWAP holds, and then you can hop onto it and get done what you need to get done. Vikram, you motherfucker! What's up, buddy? Yeah, Jagex looks all right. I give it like a B-. I'm watching Roku too. It got dusted on downgrade. If it can hold this 60, I think you may get a rebound in it because you got your 50 SMA there and you got some price support. If you've got 2 levels of support that I think, you might be able to hold. I believe today it's just falling on another downgrade. So this might be the kind of last washout on this bad boy. And then, you'll get a rebound. But I don't know. Like if it stays under 60, for example, like if it breaks under this support and it's starting to build under 60, then it's a short, right? So it's in that sweet spot where like you're just in a range right now. So when you're in range, you want to trade the range. But if the range breaks, then a new range may develop. And then at that point, right, the rules change and, it would go from Short to long, short to long. Albert, what's up, baby? Yeah, Darius, VTL was hot on Friday. Definitely looks good, too. Man, who is messy as all get up? You know, what are you going to really do with this thing? It's just a range trade. You can get it into 24s. You know, you may be able to sell it back up for a swing into the 28s. So just kind of watch this thing in the low 24s. You may be able to just snag a few with a tight stop. CHK's got a nice, nice pattern on it. See these blocky candles, though? It makes it really tricky to trade. Anytime you see candles like that, it's really hard to day trade. Yeah, the CPRX also has a really nice pattern. If you like small caps, this one could break out. Watch this kind of 575 mark. If you get that going, I think you're going to have yourself a chance. All right, let's go do what we got to do, people. It's trading time.